EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass. Tamp things down a little bit. Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leap the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Landry, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
On 1st down, Landry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Fox. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 70 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Fox. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll roll him out right. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
Be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
From the 24, Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Throwing his Lance on third down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Good job, good job.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Operating from the gun, Fox. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And to give this time to the tailback. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is now 24. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
From the 29, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Walton. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On first down, Landry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lance to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Landry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now a give, right side. Landry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From midfield, here's Lance. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. Fox. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, Fox. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down, Fox throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Fox. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Fox. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5.
We got this.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fox. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a throw here, hauled in. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Niners. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack on first down, Lance. He finds his man complete. That's Walton. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throwing on first down. Fox finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Fox. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, Fox. Flush to his right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10.
We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale.
And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Hawkins. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fox. This is caught by Hawkins. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, Fox. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Back to throw. Fox. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Landry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lance. He's going to air one out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Niners. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Throwing now is Lance.
This is caught. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance keeping it himself from a yard out. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is down to 20. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Fox. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Lance looking to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
And Lance now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, Landry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Second down at 7.
Operating from the gun, Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, 49ers! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Fox. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And down to the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fox escaping the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They've already already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that stretches the lead to 27. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Shotgun now for Lance. Touchdown!
It's complete. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 29, Lance. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Going all reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 48, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On first down, Hawkins. And he can only manage to get a couple.
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's going wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st down, Lance. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lance. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
49
And Lance going to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Thomas. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Lance now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, to put my defensive cap on right now, I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
To throw, it's Lance.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll run on 1st down. Hawkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He's to the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.